Good morning. Welcome back to the channel.
I'm Tanya. This is Levi for those of you who maybe are new here. And that's Ryder. He's our 2-year-old Bernedoodle. Actually, his birthday's coming up, so he'll be 2.
Almost 2.
Yeah.
So today we're gonna start getting our containers prepped for welding. We're gonna cut all of our pieces of angle iron, get those drilled and all ready, and then we're gonna get on top of the shipping containers and grind a spot every 16 inches so we can weld those there, and we are gonna fasten our roof structure to the container that way.
Am I getting up on the shipping containers?
Yeah, I don't want to go up on there. It's just you.
I don't want to go up there.
You don't have to go up there. It'll be all right. But
I don't like ladders or high places, so.
we'll get going.
It's a beautiful morning.
Yeah.
The clouds coming up over the mountain there, it just looks so beautiful, and everything is covered in frost.
All right, now we gotta cut 62 more. So you gotta go slow. Not super slow, just slow. Happy to report the Flex Seal worked perfect. No leaks at all. We have all of our stuff set up in here, just not super organized, but at least I can get to everything. Yesterday we made all these angle iron pieces that we're going to use to weld affix our rafters to the shipping container. I'm going to weld those. They're 3 inches long, and they're going to set upright with a hole in it. I'm going to weld the hole so that it's facing up. I'm going to weld those to the shipping container about every 16 inches or so, and we're going to bolt our rafters to those with lag bolts. So we picked a bunch of stuff up from the hardware store. I bought every single bolt they had in stock of these 3/8 bolts. We might be short, just depends on if I could use 2 different sizes. I bought all the 2.5 inch they have, and then I bought a bunch more 2-inch bolts. We'll return what we don't use. Hopefully I can make it work. But we have this set up. It's gonna be home for now for all the tools and stuff. But I thought it was kind of cool. This is the wheel started out this big, and cutting all 62 of these, it ended up being this big. So that's kind of cool. But right now we're gonna get ready. We're gonna jump up there. I'm gonna use the grinder, and we'll start prepping those spots, and then we'll fire up our little welder and see how well it's gonna do. So I'm excited to see if the generator can run it and not have a problem. So that's gonna be the tricky part, but hopefully it will go off without a hitch, and we'll get these welded on, and then we can start framing. Okay, we're up here on the top of the container, and this is the side we're gonna fix those brackets to. And so what we're gonna do is just lay them out right now. We're just gonna start at this end of the shipping container, and we're going to put our rafter on the very edge of this shipping container. So we're going to weld a bracket 1.5 inches in from the outside, and then we're going to go 16 on center, and we're going to just lay this out to where those brackets are going to be at every 16 inches so that we can just lay our rafters down. All right, so we got our bracket. We have a little magnet that keeps it at 90 degrees. And what we're gonna do is we have our layout for our rafters, and I measured over 1.5 inches on this magnet. I'm gonna set it right on my line for my layout where I want my rafter to sit. This will keep the bracket that we made perfectly square and plumb, and that way we could just come back with the welder, put a tack here, pull the magnet off, and weld around the bracket so that it'll be strong. So now I'm just going to take and just kind of mark my pencil around this bracket so I know kind of where I need to clean up, and that way I don't have to take off more of the paint than I need to, because I'm gonna have to come back and kind of paint over these spots so that they're not going to rust or develop any problems. So we'll start grinding. All right, there's one. So we just got it cleaned up. That way we can have a nice clean weld, hopefully bond really well. I am not a welder, and you'll see that, but we're gonna attempt to see if we can weld these on here. So all right, there's 31 of these on each side, so I better get going. right, it's getting dark, so we'll catch you back in the morning. We got more than half done. Well, it's the next day, and I got a little further than halfway. I had to cut a little extra off because the weld where they welded the roof onto the side part was a little bit built up, but I got that cut and we'll weld that on today. I just got to prep the rest of these and then we'll weld them up and then we'll jump onto the other container. It's gonna be a beautiful sunny day. Tanya's taking care of a little yard work, and we'll knock this out, and then we have to figure out how to put a plate on this other side. That'll be the tricky part, is to build up the plate underneath these ribs, but I'll show you guys how we're gonna do that. So we'll get going. Tanya's killing me. She's burning stuff and it's going right into my face. Just wanted to update the welder. It's the Yes welder. It's the Flux 135. I'm running it with my Honda 2200 EU generator. No problems at all. I have it at 90 amps. Generator jumps up to full power. Has no problem running a bead. All the beads are looking really well. It's, again, I'm not a professional welder by any means, but it's doing remarkably better than I thought it would. So I'm going to keep plugging along. Got 10 more of these to do, and then we'll jump onto the other one. All right, we got it all done. We made it through there without a hiccup except for one scare, and then I was welding and the generator had vibrated all the way to the very edge and was just teetering on the edge of falling onto the concrete. Oh, that would have been horrible. All right, we're up on the second container. I got it all laid out. So now all we gotta do is just grind it down, get the welder set up, and weld these down. Hoping to get done today. Out well. Just gotta clean it up a little bit with that wire wheel, and the grinder works great for taking this paint off. Any big spots I'll use a grinding wheel, but for the most part I just use that wire brush. So let's get to welding.
Well, it's really cold, so I am staying as covered up as possible, but Ryder was digging in the dirt and he is an absolute mess. Oh, Ryder, come here, come here. Oh goodness. Mr. Man, hey, show everybody your face. He's having fun, though.